Good morning, dear students. Today in our class, we have to discuss about one of the application of a successive differentiation. First, in the last class, we have already known that what do you mean by successive differentiation? The differentiation of a function y is equal to f of x repeatedly is called a successive differentiation. For a function y, the first derivative is y1. The second derivative is y2. If the next derivative is also exists, that we call as y3. In the same way, we have to repeat the same function y is equal to f of x. Then we have got a nth derivative. Generally, we call that one as a nth derivative. That is, this process of differentiation of a same function y is equal to f of x repeatedly is called a successive differentiation. Let me know the one of the application of a successive differentiation using a theorem, using a problem. Solve this problem, that is, if y is equal to sine inverse of x whole square, then find the value of yn of 0. That is, we have to find out the nth derivative of the function y is equal to sine inverse of x whole square at the point 0. Solution. Consider the given equation y is equal to sine inverse of x whole square as equation number 1. Now, differentiate with respect to x. We have y1 is equal to 2 into sine inverse of x into differentiation of a sine inverse of x is 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square. That is, we use the differentiation of x to the power of n formula. We know differentiation of x to the power of n is equal to n into x to the power of n minus 1. So, therefore, sine inverse of x whole square is 2 into sine inverse of x. So, into the chain rule, that is sine inverse of x differentiation is 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x square. Next, I multiply this, consider that as equation number 2. So, multiply this denominator term, that is square root of minus 1 x square to left hand side. We have square root of 1 minus x square into y1 is equal to 2 into sine inverse of x. Now, squaring on both sides, square ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we get square and square root get cancel. We have 1 minus x square into y1 square is equal to 4 into sine inverse of x whole square. 1 minus x square into y1 square is equal to 4 into sine inverse of x whole square is, look at this equation, that is the given function as y. Therefore, y, 4 into y. Again, differentiating both sides with respect to x. We get 1 minus x square whole square, again differentiating. So, first function into differentiation of second function plus second function into differentiation of first function. So, we have 1 minus x square into differentiation of y1 square is 2y1 into y2 plus y1 whole square is into differentiation of 1 minus x square is 1 differentiation 0 minus x square is 2x minus 2x is equal to 4 into y differentiation is y1. Next, we move for the next, that is, look at here, 1 minus x square into 2y1 into y2. Look here, plus into minus is minus, 2x into y1 square is equal to 4y1. Dividing throughout by 2y1. So, we have 1 minus x square, 2y1 get cancelled. We have y2 minus 2y1 get cancelled. We have x into y1. Again, is equal to 2y1 get cancelled. We have 2 2s are 4. Therefore, 2. We get 2. Next, 1 minus x square into y2 minus xy1. Take 2 is left hand side. We have minus 2 is equal to 0. Consider that as equation number 3. Apply Leibniz theorem. Applying the Leibniz theorem, that is one of the application of the Leibniz theorem. We have to find out the nth derivative of the given differential equation, the given function. So, applying the Leibniz theorem, we have 1 minus x square into y2. Applying this, yn plus 2 plus nc1 into minus 2x into yn plus 1 plus nc2 into minus 2 into yn. So, this is Applying the Leibniz theorem for this only, that is 1 minus x square into y2 function only. Next, remaining for minus xy1, applying the Leibniz theorem, we have minus x into yn plus 1 plus nc1 into minus x differentiation is minus 1 into yn minus 2. And we apply the Leibniz theorem, that is the derivative of the constant function, like we have 0, therefore 0 is equal to 0. Okay. Next, 1 minus x square into yn plus 2 minus nc1 value is n, 2x into yn plus 1 minus nc2 value is, plus into minus is minus, therefore I write minus. nc2 value is n into n minus 1 divided by 2 into 2y1 minus x into yn plus 1. nc1 value is n, therefore plus here plus into minus is minus. nc1 value is n into yn is equal to 0. By grouping the same terms, we have, look here, 1 minus x square into yn plus 2. yn plus 2 term is only 1, therefore I write as it is. Look at yn plus 1 terms. There are 2 yn plus 1 terms. So in these two terms, x into yn plus 1 is common. And also minus also there. So we have to group these two terms. We have, look here, minus 2n plus 1 into x into yn plus 1 minus, look here, for the nth term, I write as, look here, minus n into n minus 1 divided by 2. 2 get cancelled. We have yn only, minus n into yn is equal to 0. So minus of n into n square minus n plus n. If you take minus outside, we have got this into yn is equal to 0. Next, 1 minus x square into yn plus 2 minus of 2n plus 1 into x into yn plus 1 minus plus n minus n get cancelled. We have n square into yn is equal to 0. Consider that as equation number 4. Next, put x is equal to 0 in equation 1, 2, 3, 4. We have what we have, look at this. When we are applying this equation, we get y0 y of 0 is equal to 0 and y1 of 0 is equal to 0, because if the x values become sin inverse of x is sin inverse of 0, that is sin 0 is 0, therefore y of 0 is equal to 0, y1 of 0 is equal to 0 because y of 0, and y2 of 0 is equal to 2 and yn plus 2 of 0 is equal to n square by n we get. So put n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in equation 5, we get, look at this, for this equation we have, when we apply n is equal to 1, we have y of 1 plus 2 is 3, y3 of 0 is equal to 1 square means 1, y1 of 0. y1 of 0 is 0, therefore 1 into 0 is 0. Next, applying n is equal to 2, we have y2 plus 2 is equal to y4 of 0 is equal to 2 square into y2 of 0 is 0. y2 of 0 is equal to 2, therefore 2 square into 2. I didn't simplify it here because there is a common way is there. Therefore, for n is equal to 3 in the equation 5, we have y3 of 0. Okay, y5 of 0 is equal to 3 square into y3 of 0. And y3 of 0 is in the first step. Look at this. We get 0. Therefore, y3 of 0 is 0. 0 into 3 square is 0. So, y5 of 0 is equal to 0. Next, y6 of 0 is equal to, in this one, applying n is equal to 4, we have y6 of 0 is equal to 4 square into y4 of 0 is equal to 4 square into y4 of 0 is 2 square into 2. 4 square into 2 square into 2. So, n is equal to 5, we have y7 of 0, that is nothing but 5 square into y5 of 0. y5 of 0 is 0, therefore why 7 of 0 is equal to 0. In the same way, we can write for the nth term, that is nothing but, look here, for n is equal to odd, yn of 0 is equal to 0, and if n is equal to even, yn of 0 is equal to, look at, we write 2 into 2 square into 4 square into 6 square, so on up to, look at, for fourth term, it is up to 2, n minus 2, 4 minus 2 is 2. For sixth term, 6 minus 2 is 4. In the same way, for n term, n minus 2 term, we have got n minus 2 whole square. This is the answer. This is the solution we have to get for the nth derivative of the given function sine inverse of x whole square at the point 0. That the reference is, we have these two references. Thank you.